behind me?
It'd be amazing if I could have a electric tree from
No, you got headshot sniped. Headshot sniped.
Go to stream, see you later. Try to see it.
You see his big ass katana? Show it up your ass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can do it too. Oh my god. Oh, I can do it too. Oh my god. Where's all the self-revives gone? Ignored? No, I read it. There's loot in Oh, it's a Kim. It's a Kim. What the fuck is going on? See myself left. man, why is this guy just building up and up? Back up, yes. Okay, bitch. Nah, not. Oh wait, I have that one. Don't hit the side. People are purposely destroying the emblem. Oh, Fabian. Fabian. There's gone hot air balloon. Broski is. Oh.
Nice one shot. I missed him.
You missed him?
Revelio.
Stop talking about interest in zero. How is Geffen working as a referee for professional cricket matches? Is it not working though? My mother found it from just outside Wizrds. I'm really sorry that I was
I have everything. I see what you meant about not being able to pick a favorite shop.
We should walk around a bit more. Perhaps today is the day I finally pick one.
Draw it away from the building! Away from the village! The other wing became a tool! Keep acting! We have to west down! What was? Look! He's bunkering! Took him long enough. We need to make sure I like it. Do more of it.
Goodness! A second troll! Did you two take on a fully grown troll? By yourselves?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard! Are you all right?
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that? The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to where they were.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you, again.
Oh, hello there. A moment moment if you would.
I will see what he wants.
Lumos, Reparo. Lucky they didn't give me Revelio. Reparo.
One last thing for Officer Singer to watch.
Revelio. Reparo. Revelio. Reparo. Revelio.
We were just talking about you.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself, Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls, and not to mention your help restoring Hogsmeade to its rightful state.
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin. But I can offer you something much more useful. I own Gladrag's wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections, as it were. Life-saving protections. And as I suspect this won't be your last dangerous encounter, I'd like to give you one such set of robes, in thanks for what you did today.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. That's very generous of you.
It's the least I can do. Now, let's try this on for size, shall we? Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion.
What an extraordinary introduction to Hogsmeade. I would say that we, and you in particular, have earned at least one butterbeer. Shall we head to the Three Broomsticks?
Sounds like a good idea.
Wonderful. Just down this way then.
I sell even more back. Items, should you be inclined, you're most welcome to peruse my shop at your leisure. You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrag's promise.
Green, green grass, blue, blue skies. Jag kan inte mute if something noticing. Så det blir popular. Yes, det blir popular. My crowns would go hard.
Hey, you found Lil Nas.
Bro, that's
Lil
just
Nas
racist.
X.
That's just racist.
No. Bigger than yours. I mean, you cannot blame me. Like, he wore like a similar dress to my Gal, I think.
True.
You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrag's promise. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about. If I haven't said it before, it's a pleasure doing business with you. You won't be disappointed. That's a Gladrag's promise. I suspect you have a sharp eye for facts. sure to stop by whenever you're about.
Assuming it is not too busy, you might even meet Serona, the owner. She is a charming hostess and a powerful witch. Good one to know.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go. Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Serona.
You be well. Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me. Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one, single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thank you for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Serona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The 3 broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls, Ranrock, and Rookwood. What are you not telling me?
I promise to tell you everything. But it's perhaps best I do that later.
I think that now might be a good time to head back to the castle.
Children from homes with more than
Much as
one
they exhaust me, I'm a bit sad my last one's heading to Hogwarts soon.
My parents finally installed a fireplace. I was thrilled, except now that they're connected to the Food Network, I'm expected to bring the children for dinner every Sunday.
I wouldn't feel right asking an elf to pick up after
It's an
me.
awful roast they cook.
I wouldn't feel right asking an elf to pick up after me. I am not
Always made me wretched as a child. I'm the fastest walk this side of Dawn Strait. Jack the Proud may not keep a tidy tab. Nothing warms a body. I don't say we have to remember what my mother used to say. What's more powerful than the dark arts?
I thought these were crystalline, I said.
We got our fair share of blackguards and rogues in the wizarding world, of course, but I'd say we're still more civilized than muggles any day of the week.
I dare say the most charming thing about Hogsmeade is its pretty rapid
Magic use. Never find much to buy, but typically keto is pretty fun. I got this line like a trampers to keep me safe. Charming man, maybe. Wish I'd had him when I was ever. My way to put your hands into the next job on my death cap. I was in there the other day, nearly lost a finger. Being the bard is a bit too hairy. I understand my days counting knuts and sickles considered work. Whatever my task, I just saw myself there's some soul out there, some more unbelievable than mine. She knew what I needed was for more powerful than the dark arts. I reckon.
I was top of my class all my 5 years at Hogwarts.
There's never been a team like this year's camping. Happiest day of my life was when my wife and I found out my daughter. Godric Gryffindor was the greatest duelist in history. If anyone knew how to keep muggles out, it was Hayes of Woodcroft. My children are getting on my last nerves. That's it. I expect Laura Grattan's favourite flower is. Is the universal head really so sinister? I was at Hogwarts.
Oh, hard work and good luck.
Happiest day of my life was when my wife and I found out my daughter was a witch.
You never revealed the child as well.
Oh, my little one, the prancing out the kitchen. Sunday out there. Casting away the siblings who was to keep them in check. Children from the home to work now and all the rest self-sufficient.
On the toilet. If any dark forces come around
I saw something. The first person I see is sometimes I wonder if we really need the statute of secrecy. I'd be nice to reach out to the muggles for a change. My way was a very good use of John reading that camp. I was in the other day. Sure, not so bad. I don't mind the old one without magic.
My advice on dealing with unfortunate chassis. In for a canus, not for a cabin.
Catching them up so many muggles is exhausting. I wish I'd paid more attention when I was at Hogwarts.
That's my heart good to see how you play with the skin, which is very knowledgeable. Other than that one, but I'm still
Hasn't quite come to stride, but you know, whenever I'm feeling upset, the first person I see, Chris swears I saw one of the Hogwarts ghosts in one of the graveyard. My two could be more different. I don't know though. I'd say one had been switched to birth.
Fantastic book on poltergeist started before the update tones and scrolls. No idea where that man finds his inventory there. It's marvellous.
Toadstool Tales always made me wretched as a child. Be more different. Toadstool Tales always made me wretched as a child.
The secret is do the hard work first, and let the easy bits take care of
Is it
themselves.
think it's got half a chance?
I honestly don't know how two herbology shops can prosper in one village.
Augustus
People must be brewing an
Just the other
inordinate
day, I
amount
heard
of
him talking
potions.
a woman out of a hat that would have most certainly
Being an
brought
officer
out
of the
all
law
of the
in a quiet
worst
village
features.
like Hogsmeade is a pleasant job,
Why
I'd
not
say.
in the shop owner?
Which drives the work.
Nothing warms a body like incendio. That's what my mother used to say. Please don't have house elves. They do seem to enjoy the work. Whatever my task, I console myself knowing that some soul out there has a
If it
more
weren't for the cost of
unfavourable
things
lot in
these
life.
days, I'd be able to take a holiday somewhere. I never get a single letter when she's away.
I prefer to do my own housework. I for one, Mrs. Stacey has some interesting stories about his years as an aura. Mind, I do feel a bit safer when he's
That young
around.
Marco Dibble at Blackbacks does
I
seem
think we can
nervous.
all the market at hundreds of us
But
go
that
under the
still
wall.
hasn't quite found his
To get the
stride.
platform known
Each
in
customer.
reporters, yet
Of course, it's family been making wants for centuries.
Drumsticks. I do so enjoy the days when the children are back at Hogwarts. Gives the village a choice burst of
It's
energy.
in my blood, you know. My mother's family comes from just outside Quidditch.
When you find a good opportunity, it's wise to seize it with both hands.
When the children are back at
Perhaps
Hogwarts.
they need reprieve from
Gives the village
students
a
as much
choice
as the
burst
students
of
do from
energy.
them.
Manly and others
I'd
finally
rather
may
scrape
be.
cauldrons than work with muggles.
My advice when dealing with
Can't
untoward
imagine
matters
how I felt
is
as a
for a
boy
cousin,
if
for
my
a
headmaster
gathering.
cancelled Quidditch.
Don't know when students began arriving by flying carriage to Hogwarts, but after that dragon attack, I'd wager they'll stick to boats and trains.
Any family with more than one house elf should share, in my opinion.
I heard that the Blackbacks...
Jasper Trout may not keep a tidy tavern, but he'll carry our secrets to the grave.
Dynamic selection is impressive of course.
It's a conscientious and kind woman if ever I met one.
Safety of our high street. I have plenty of Children from homes with more than one house elf are rarely self-sufficient though, are they?
Or also regular social jobs on herself, most nights.
Even the castle at every opportunity. That headmaster is a ludicrous chap.
The ministry's good work if you can get it.
My parents finally installed a fireplace. I was thrilled, except now that they're connected to the Food Network, I'm expected to bring the children for dinner every Sunday. I wouldn't mind, but it's an awful roast they
A
cook.
herbology professor at Hogwarts could charm the scales off a dragon.
Romney Gaunt was the source of
No
flavour.
need for sleeping draft for me. Proper day's work and I sleep like a baby moon calf.
Practices of the dark arts should be fighting amongst themselves, if you ask me.
How many weeks making a go of it at spin, which is a very knowledgeable young man, that one.
If I had a knut for every grapphorn I chased off, I wouldn't mind a job at that alchemy centre in Egypt. Always been good at potions and the like.
Dependence upon
Seems a
Thank goodness for Professor Weasley.
I do wonder that more families don't have house elves. They do seem to enjoy the work.
Articles would make about dependence upon house. Susan was once the victim of a pimple jinx at school. If Mr. Pippin hadn't had freshly brewed cure for boils on hand, I don't know what we would have done. That man is a saint.
Oh, I don't think anyone ever knew what the day and night.
Read the day models know of wizard kind. They'll be asking for
A
favours.
herbology professor at Hogwarts could charm the scales off a dragon.
No
I
one
wonder what her favourite flower is. Find myself scurrying home at night these days. Can't be too careful.
What if my headmaster cancelled Quidditch? You'll not cast successfully if you don't first see what happened in your own mind. I'm a bit worried that my nephew's a squib. Sits there like a lump every Christmas while all the other children have to be constantly reminded to put away their wands. Not saying I mind, of course. Wonderful idea to have a styling done by her. Not saying if you need it. Merely suggesting.
I find myself scurrying home at night these days.
Prancing
Can't be too
about the
careful.
kitchen with a wood spoon the other day. Casting away the siblings he was to keep them in check. He'll be minister for magic one
I saw
day.
one of the Hogwarts ghosts wandering near the graveyard the other day. Very strange.
Worried that my nephew's a squib.
I have
Sits
gone
there
across
like
the
a
wide
lump
selection
every
of
Christmas while all
merchandise.
the other children. I don't see why everyone has their wand in a knot about the dark arts. He's pushing the
The way my children play at Julie, I sometimes hope they all turn out to be squints, for their safety and mine.
Only a hairy-hearted sod would cast his
I don't want anything a lot more praise from the head of the students this year than what the quiz junior
my
council.
husband and my husband, for that matter, they're not
The young today are willing to put in the work. Have our little wizard in the family. The Muggle world has never truly realised we exist.
I overheard some students talking about Professor Rose's achievements at Hogwarts. Sounding very clever. Charming man. Wish I'd had him when I was at Hogwarts.
I bet that once.
Can't imagine. I love the job at have to take one of those rickety carts round the place. Nearly vomited first time I rode one.
Oh, and the sweet she brings. It's a wonder they can also want the whole family in the home. I have her stopping to Madame Terms just to see how Calliope has done her hair that day. She's brilliantly creative, though probably somewhat impractical.
Whenever I'm feeling out of sorts, the first person I see is possible for Gary.
Prancing about the kitchen, a wooden spoon the other day. Cast away the sitcoms across the door, keep them in check.
I'm only a few hours later, doing my financial money.
Any pet certainly knows her business.
My father always taught me to keep my wand at the ready. I did. He was never the same after he was attacked by a werewolf. It is life. Just because you know Lumos doesn't mean you can't get lost. Sure, not so bad. I don't mind your one without that. My father always taught me to keep my wand at the ready. I did. It was never the same after. Did you know that Ethelbert is usually the tractor still alive? Oh, just a conscientious and kind woman if ever I met one.
Sits there like a light, once more powerful than the dark arts and hospital charming, of course. But Christmas, well, in my view, there's no more beautiful.
I
wouldn't say my wonderful, charming, and it is China.
Have any of you been by Calliope Snelling's lately? There was one dozen ideas of the styling done by her.
Not saying anything you need.
On second thought,
I don't worry about my
If I had a glass for every crack on my shirt,
constantly remind me to go away and warn you.
point of a toilet, if you don't willing to return it when I won't, I'll have it from the food there and I don't remember using my daughter and coffee and gas. Working on not working.
Golden future you bought me more.
I do wish they could share something that we could family as a person, you know. The readiness of it. I also do want to find a family with
I feel so sorry for everybody children back at Hogwarts.
I don't know what villager.
Goes to the saint.
I'm a dog. Look like a kid. Pretty though.
We've got dark wizards these days that make
Not enough reflection on the past, in my opinion. The world learns from its mistakes. What I liked about Jasper Trent is that he's shifty, but angry. The other today, I'm willing to put in a word for that magic. Too easy with the you ask me. Mind where you put your hands if you visit Gold Wizard's death camps. I was in there the other day and
Uncle Sport seemed about as exciting as a bowl of porridge.
Muggle money makes no sense to me at all.
I will say that I was relieved to have my family in for that when I was younger.
Old-fashioned
Kept me from having to clear the curtains each spring.
If you ask me.
My parents finally installed a fireplace. I was
camp.
thrilled, except now that they're connected to the Flu Network, I'm expected to bring the children for dinner every Sunday. I wouldn't mind, but it's an awful roast they cook.
Graces of a pint of butterbeer.
The department
Like they do at the three broomsticks.
There's nowhere some coastline goalpost for
Due to secrecy, I'd be nice to reach out to the Muggles for a change. Think of the good we could do. Should be hearing back soon about the position that opened up at
The
the
tales of
Ministry.
Beetle the Bard
I
still
sent my
ring
letter
true
of
today.
inquiry last Monday.
I question anyone teaching defense against dark arts. Why take such an interest?
Have you had a house elf in the kitchen? Though enjoy chatting to Tom Sprout, I never had this fixation with Muggle Christmas carols.
House elves are Wizardkind's best friend. Always have been.
Being an officer of the law required.
Not saying I don't have the opportunity when no one's looking.
Wish I thought of it.
If any dark wizards come around Hogsmeade, I'll give them something to sniff at.
I wouldn't trade my one for all the chonking cabbage in China.
Thomas Brown is a
appreciate
marvel,
how
I
simple
tell
their
you.
lives are.
I was looking for impossible to find a book on werewolves. So I was quiet. And he found a copy for me before the next full moon.
Keep you
I don't scared.
At least I think so.
I saw the Hogwarts caretaker the other day at the Three Broomsticks.
Threatened us with sleeping drafted out butterbeer.
Regaling everyone with his tales he was. The tales of the captain of the Chudley Cannons that was
herself. It'd be lovely to visit Hogwarts
I could
again.
invent a new
But no
potion.
while they have that old curmudgeon as headmaster.
I'd be set for life. Not to worry.
Historically, I imagine that Dr. Gryffindor was the greatest duelist in history. No worries about school or classes. There's dignity in service, isn't there?
At Hogwarts this year, my two make the most of it when they're at home. Flying about the bog, tossing a quaffle back and forth. What do you suppose Muggles suppose I think about descend a bit more often?
The Minister Purdy didn't get where he is by sitting on his hands.
I overheard some students talking about Professor Roland's teaching gate.
Hogsmeade does have charming shopkeepers. I was simply saying before that...
No need to worry about anyone ever activating the trace at my house. Can't get my children to lift a finger, let alone one.
It's terribly upsetting to witness Hampton punished. Oh, Scoutful Spavin's been minister for so long, I don't remember who came before him.
Nothing warms a body like incendio. That's what my mother used to say. If you work all day with your hands, you're no better than Muggles.
That frightens me as long as they have me one. I wouldn't feel right asking an elf to pick up after me.
Just because you know lumos doesn't mean you can't have lop ahead like a live extended.
Always been good at potions and the like. Seems a natural fit for me.
I honestly can't remember the
No
last
need to
time
worry
I
about
spoke to
anyone ever activating the trace at my house. Can't get my children to lift a finger, let alone one. Godric Gryffindor was the greatest duelist in history.
The friendliest establishment in our village is the Hog's Head Inn. No one putting on airs and graces over a pint of butterbeer.
Breed success.
Not like they do at the Three
Was the
Broomsticks.
greatest duelist in history.
It's love and a healthy respect for magic.
Oh, well, they're
What's about Muggles with me?
Astonishing, really.
I imagine it's a bit of a comfort to have your career label.
The Muggle
brought out all of the worst features. I could admire that in a shop owner.
I don't see why everyone has their fond little knot about the dark arts. It's pushing the boundaries of magic. Who needs keys when you know how to
Imagine
more?
how Muggles get by without magic. It's got half a chance.
Is the universal hex really so sinister?
And I can say that the
I
experience
do enjoy the magic leaf. Never find much to buy. They do make you enjoy that.
Gladstone and Hogsmeade are not one of those provincial hamlets. That rivalry between Upper and Lower Hogsfield is the silliest thing I've ever seen. They're both utterly dreadful.
I don't know about centaurs, but there hasn't been a dragon in history worth losing
When you
control.
find a good opportunity, it's wise to seize it with both hands. If you work all day with your
Good
hands,
thing
you're
the
no
ministry
better
found
than
underage sorcery. Can't trust the young. And do trust Augustus Hill's eye when it comes to fashion, truly. But I do wonder if he doesn't try to oversell it. I left
I saw the Hogwarts caretaker the other day. I saw him his tails, he was. He got this captain of the Chappell out of his way.
I don't see why everyone has their one not allowed dark arts. It's pushing the boundaries of magic. Astonishing how fell the wizardkind's best friend, who was an actual wizard in the family. The Muggle world has never truly realized we exist.
We've done our fair share of blackguards and rogues in the wizarding world, of course, but I'd say we're still more civilized than Muggles any day of the week.
I managed to have a contact on Monday, but I don't know what
I should think a house elf doesn't work as hard as me, being an officer of the law. Sometimes I make a run for one hour job, I'd say. Which one is yours?
I know someone who grew up with 3 house elves. Never had to tie a shoelace or fill a jug in his life.
Blackguards and rogues in the wizarding world, of course, but I'd say we're
Often you don't have charm. I was thinking before that I prefer to dive on an alley on a
Secrets do the hard work first, and then you secrets take care of
My
themselves.
mother used to say I was lazy and couldn't pick up her fault, she said. Her own fault for teaching me Accio.
Oh, by the way, recall, everybody in my family is coming.
I also confused my thinking about the rogue teaching game.
First thing I
My son's little finger, that's another one. Very strange.
I don't know about centaurs, but there hasn't been a dragon in history worth losing a hair over. I wonder what Merlin would think of the wizarding world today. How is standing behind a till counting peanuts?
I do enjoy writing in first. Never find much to buy.
How is standing behind a till counting peanuts and sickles considered work?
spend more time cleaning up the shop than ever one part than actually selling the things.
Much as the work is hard on the inside, my last one's takes a lot of work to wonder from what.
My appearance doesn't
I think we call a lot more training on life for students to see what can't cookies being hands on.
I have a terrible curse where I can't lift tools or do work of any kind.
An honest day's work from an honest place, that's my dream.
A poor girl is a spit, which is
Very knowledgeable young man.
Where's that one?
When you find a good opportunity, it's wise to seize it with both hands.
Only a hairy heart.
What I like about Jeff the Trap is that his shit feels in there, and you can tell him that to his face. No need to worry about it. And rare day's work from Andre 6. That's my treatment. Finger, that's another one.
I don't think anyone has anything to do with this day in their life.
Not enough reflection on the past, in my opinion. Worth learning from his mistakes.
Frankly, it was never the same after he was attacked.
I had more attention when I was at Hogwards.
The Trap may not keep a tight track. The carry of secrets to the groom still raised his wand in anger. That young mother did with flashbacks. Still hasn't quite found his stride. The mother that returned from London. Being amongst so many muggles is exhausting.
Young Harry Chris,
I told my son never to raise his wand in anger, unless of course he means to use that one.
I prefer to do my own housework. I have a wand, for goodness sake. What do you suppose muggles would make about dependence upon the house?
Shouldn't have opened up at the ministry.
That's the daily students. Next thing you know, it's unforgivable curses. Used to threaten us with sleeping, drafting out butterbeer.
Or a he has some interesting stories about his years as an aura.
Not enough reflection on the pump.
Never had to say for when he's around. I'd take up her body if it didn't involve
Being the bard is a bit too hairy-hearted for my taste.
So the 3 broomsticks usually wins out. Just saying it out loud tickles me.
House elves are wizardkind's best friend. Always have been. Diamond Alley's selection is impressive, of course, but I prefer the convenience and safety of our high streets.
Always a treat.
The ministry's good work if you can get it.
Usually doesn't need the assistance of charms.
I have a terrible curse where I
What I
can't
like about Geffen is that he's shifty as a niffler, and you can tell him that to his face.
Wizards. We can conjure almost anything we need whilst bearing
I overheard some students talking about Professor Roland's teaching days. Sound very clever. Charming man.
I adore living in Hogsmeade. For a lark, I sometimes row about the Black Lake. See if I can spot the elusive giant squid. Haunted for my taste.
Run at the wall at King's Cross to get to platform 9 3/4. Yet
Myself, I won't feel comfortable being waited on by anyone, let alone an elf with
and
no
how many
choices.
I think I grandmother's silver cauldron to whichever one of them looked after me.
If anyone ever knew how to keep muggles out, it was Hengist of Woodcroft.
Nice, of course. But I'd say
The ministry's good work, but never noticed when society will be thrown into the midst of unrest.
Is marvellous. I was looking for impossible to find book on werewolves. No need to ask why. And he found a copy for me before the next full moon.
Try finding one.
repair and mistake.
One thing's for certain, you can't blame the students that leave the castle at every opportunity. That headmaster is a most cantankerous chap.
We were in for.
That young Uncle Dibble at Glamrex does seem a nervous sort. Helpful, mind you, but perhaps still hasn't quite found his stride.
We know what we were in for.
I'd take up herbology if it didn't involve so much dung. Bromley Gaunt was the sort of flayer of
Models due to women they think are witches.
He certainly thinks highly of himself, doesn't he?
Could have sworn I saw one of the Hogwarts ghosts wandering near the graveyard.
a glimpse of some muggles the other day hitting a little white ball. I didn't know how to wing creative. Muggles sport seemed about as exciting as a bowl of porridge.
He's over me the moment I scales of a dragon. Being amongst so many muggles is exhausting. The herbology professor at Hogwarts could charm the scales of a dragon.
Ellie Pett certainly knows her beasts. Stopped me from blindly buying measle fur when she knew that what I needed was niffler fur.
I wonder what Merlin would think of the wizarding world today.
But after the dragon in history was losing a hair.
I'd take up herbology if it didn't involve so
Have
much
any of you been
dung.
by Calliope Snelling's lately? Does wonders for one's image to have a styling done by her. Not saying anything unique. I wouldn't mind a job at that alchemist.
Perhaps they need to reprieve from the students
Only
as
thing
much
was
as the students do
potions
from
and the
them.
like. Seems a natural fit.
Jasper Trout may not keep a tidy tavern.
That's my
You'll
creed.
carry your secrets to the grave.
I simply pretended that someone had used it very hard.
The way my children play at
can't remember the
I
last
sometimes
time I
hope they
spoke
all
to
turn out to be squid said for their safety and
Her
mine.
own fault for teaching the Accio.
Bromley Gaunt was the sort who'd flay her own
The
mother.
mind that hundreds of us have
Godric
gone
Gryffindor was the
towards
greatest duelist in history.
For all the profits, most models I've
I do
met seem
enjoy the
quite
magic
pleasant.
neep. Never find much to buy, but Timothy Teasdale is simply charming.
With other beings.
I saw the Hogwarts cafe the other day in the Three Crosses. Madeline
That's
Mooney
amazing.
was his name.
Could I get her to stop talking about Hoopers and
How is standing behind a till counting knuts and sickles considered work?
I console myself knowing that some soul out there has a if you work all day with your hands, you're no better than a muggle.
Polyjuice
I dread the day muggles know of wizard kind. They'll be asking for
That
favours
young
on the
Uncle
top.
Dibble at Glamrex does seem nervous. Helpful, mind you, but perhaps still hasn't quite found his stride.
Give me good old-fashioned galley.
My parents have finally installed a fireplace.
I do wonder that more families don't have house elves. They do seem to enjoy
I'm
the
expected to bring the children for dinner every Sunday. I wouldn't mind, but it's an awful gross thing. I thought Susan was once the victim of a pimple at school. It's a pity you hadn't had fresh cure for boils on hand. I don't know what we would have done. I had that as a student to pursue anything I wanted. Good brain. That's what the teachers would say. Children don't have more than one house.
I don't know about centaurs, but there hasn't been a dragon talked to with losing a head.
I try not to judge what others do in their own homes. One never knows how stubborn the other's family may be.
One never knows when society will be thrown into the midst of unrest.
One thing's the other. Does my heart good to see young Albie Weeks making a go of his spin, which is very knowledgeable young man, that one.
When you find a good opportunity, it's wise to seize it with both hands.
Tales always made me wretch as a child.
I question anything my tongue refers against the dark arts. You'll not cast successfully if you don't first see it happen in your own mind. I'm a bit worried that my nephew's a squib. Sits there like a lumphead at Christmas while all the other children have to be constantly reminded to bring them up to the pages and coming out of the castle myself. It'd be lovely to do something together. But I'm not sure good old-fashioned galleons and sickle jennies. Roll out like later. See if I can see it. Where?
My advice for decent unsubordinated is in for a peanut, in for a galleon. Timothy Teasdale, smile. Ask for more power suspecting some interesting stories about his years as my regular. Mine, I do feel it's safe for running around.
Any family with more than one house elf should share in my opinion. Gentlemen, probably not even a tiny family. You'll get no secrets to the grave.
Hogwarts again. But not while they have that old curmudgeonous headmaster. Whatever my task, I can sell myself knowing that some soul up there has
I find myself scurrying home at night these days. Can't be too careful.
Mother Ray has no sense of it at all. Sounds more like a little love will keep you alive to girls and sick of one cop. You'll not cast successfully if you don't first see it happen in your own mind.
Diamond selection is impressive, of course, but I prefer
Don't know how that old man the fellow does it. Always seems to find the perfect one for each customer. Of course, I've been making ones for centuries. That was wonderful. All I did is nice diving down my not saying anything, never casting.
Did you know that Ethel was the only foreign feathers in her quills? That's a conscientious and
Can't blame the students for leaving the castle at any opportunity.
I honestly don't know how Arista abolished the shop's container in one batch.
charming shopkeepers. I was simply saying before that I prefer to dine on an alley on account of the wider selection of merchandise.
I don't know what we would have done. That man is a saint.
It'll not cast reflection on the puppets you both fingers to hang on around my own respect.
Just because you know Lumos doesn't mean you can't get lost.
My days used to become a bit sad my last one's heading Hogwarts.
The tales of Beetle the Bard still true today.
By myself scurrying.
Whenever I go through this, it's Percival Pippin. No need for sleeping. Imagine how I felt as a boy if my headmaster cancelled Quidditch.
Listening to you lot go on about your children makes me grateful for my life.
It's a good thing we have auras, is all I'm
Those who go
saying.
to Azkaban never had a chance in the first place.
Ellie Peck certainly knows her beasts. Stop me from blindly buying measle fur when she
It's a good
My mother used to threaten us with sleeping, drafting out what to hear if we didn't behave. Or so right. I'm working on herself, first. Working on not working.
I've been told I have a
I
winning
imagine
smile.
how I'd have felt as a boy if my headmaster cancelled Quidditch.
You can stop a thief in their tracks with stupefy. Or just run, of course.
Could have sworn I saw one of the Hogwarts ghosts wandering near the graveyard the other day. Very strange.
You don't want to find yourself in the pockets of one who knows the crazy
We did Death Camp. I was in there the other day, nearly lost a finger.
far more civilized.
The tales of Beetle the Bard still ring true
Whenever
today.
I'm feeling out of sorts, the first person I see is Percival Pippin.
Sure, not so bad. I don't mind the option of hearing back soon about the positioning opened up at the ministry. I sent my letter of inquiry last Monday.
The other children
How many people behind this hill counting moving up some six considered work?
Not saying I mind, of course.
I can almost always spot a student who's just come from history of magic. It's as though Professor Bid's drains the
You'll
life
not
out
cast
of them with
successfully
his
if you
monologues on
don't first see it
goblin
happen in
rebellion.
your own mind.
If only I could invent a new potion.
I know someone who grew up with three houses.
Children from homes with more than one house elf are rarely self-sufficient, though, are they?
January students began arriving by flying carriage to Hogwarts, but after that dragon attack languages and stick to boats and trains.
I wish I'd paid more attention when I was at Hogwarts. I try not to judge when others.
It's not one thing, it's the other.
One knows how slovenly another's family may be.
My parents finally installed a fireplace. I was thrilled, except now that they're connected to the flu network, I'm expected to bring the
I've taught my son never to raise his wand in anger. Unless one never knows when society will be thrown into the midst of unrest.
It's a bit too hairy-hearted for my tastes.
Hasn't been anyone as bad as Barnabas Deverell in a while, has there? My neighbour's oldest boy is taken to hound at the moon at night. She insists it's a stage he's going through, but I should be keeping my distance, I can tell you that.
Timothy T-Fells.
Oh, I don't think anyone has a mystery
I
when
suspect he has some interesting stories about his years as an aura. I do feel it's safer when he's around.
The kitchen.
My way to put your hand in you didn't feel good with Death Camp.
Did you know that
I was in there the other day.
been designing his own room?
Tough scurrying home at night these days. Can't be too careful.
I'd rather be the one drinking the fire whiskey than pouring it.
Ah, the secret is do the hard work first, and let the easy bits take care of themselves.
Flippin' it might seem like harmless fun, but not when you've just had your hair done by Calliope Snail. It does have charming shopkeepers. I was simply saying before that I prefer Diagon Alley on account of the wider selection of merchandise.
Has there ever been a vampire worth knowing?
Sure,
I
not so
think
bad.
Professor
I don't mind the
Weasley
old one without magic.
She was stopping by tomes and scrolls. I'd imagine she was organising spellcraft for some of the new students.
What's the point of toiling if it can be done with magic?
Just the other day,
I do wonder. I don't see why everyone has their wand in a knot about
I wonder what Merlin would think of the wizarding world today.
magic.
You have to admire that in the shop owner. Oh, if any dark wizards come around Hogsmeade, I'll give them something to sniff at.
What I like about Jasper Trout is that he's shifty as a niffler, and you can tell him that to his face.
Not a day goes by I don't wish I paid better attention in defence
The happiest
against the
day of
dark
my life
arts.
was when my wife and I found out.
Nothing warms a body like incendio. That's what my mother used to say. Keep me safe. At least I think
My
so.
mother used to say I was lazy, wouldn't pick up my toys, she said. Our own fault for teaching the Accio.
Oh, that's a tasty students. Next thing you know, it's unforgivable characters.
The young today aren't willing to...
The tales of people of the past still ring true today.
It's in Wizrds, if you ask me. I adore living in Hogsmeade. For a lark, I sometimes roll out the Black Lake. See if I can spot the elusive giant squid.
Keep it tightly.
Have any of you been by snellings lately? That's wonders. Image of the styling done by her. Not saying if you need it, merely suggesting.
Last time the dogs had in myself, showed you that no politeness at the time.
Sometimes I wonder if we really need the statue
From the force with the sort of flair of mother.
Parents will enjoy the days when the children are back at Hogwarts. Gives the village a solid burst of energy.
Hogwarts, the lines that hundreds of us have run at the wall at King's Cross to get the back of
Mind where you put your hands if you visit Dogwood today.
Happiest day of my life was when my wife and I found out my daughter was a witch. When Lily and I were moving for safety at our high streets.
Godric Gryffindor was the greatest duelist in history.
And how
If anyone
goes
knows
out
it would cross.
the Bible on way, which is so nice, of course. And so it's about
And the things you could see for themselves. I had plenty of opportunity to pursue anything I wanted. Good brain. That's what the teachers would say. Robert Gauls was the sort of flavour of mother.
Being an officer of the law and a client is like confidence is a pleasant job, I say. I wish I had thought of it.
I think the Professor Weasley in the village recently.
My children have been getting on my last nerve of late. Come to this, come to that. That's it. I'd stand before a grapple for them. Ourselves. Never had to tie a shoelace or fill a jug of his lunch. Which could resist my
First resident models know of visit coming. There was
Quick cancelled at Hogwarts this year. Might be the best thing. Flying down the road, tossing my head like a land for. So it's like, what is about mum more about dependence upon ourselves?
The hot air was good, honest work putting on air. But I very good to provide with possibly. Not like they do at the Spring Broomstick. Hogsmeade does have charming shopkeepers.
It's a good thing we have the words. As always saying,
They have a wide selection of merchandise.
what's more powerful than the gods? Not even love, I reckon.
I'd rather spread cool news away with one
I dreaded it.
I think the crowd wouldn't smile.
Very easy for favour.
It's no winter poetry.
I don't think I want that.
I almost know where far the minute I get home and start to the house for those.
That's a conscientious and kind woman if ever I met one.
One thing I said, it can't let us use the leading the castle at every opportunity. But then master is a most cantankerous chap.
Historically speaking, there's never been a team like this year's cannons. Pushing it now is good, honest work, but I shall leave it to the muggles.
Only a hairy-hearted sod would cast the
My children and my husband, for that matter, know not to press me too much.
The most charming
I'm
thing
not
about
the one using other
Hogsmeade is its
letters in
distinct
the
lack
house
of
when
models.
necessary.
Had you so enjoyed the days when the children are back at Hogwarts?
If you work all day with your hands, you're no better than a muggle. It's possible Pippin.
I think we can all agree that what Muggles lack in magical abilities, they make up for
Don't know what the
it.
students would do without her.
Voice of reason under the reign of that clueless headmaster.
You're lucky to have her on Azkaban.
No need to worry about anyone ever...
I have a terrible curse where I can't lift tools or do work of any kind.
Sit about in the kitchen with a wooden spoon the other day. Casting away the siblings he was to keep them in check. He'll be Minister for Magic one day. You mark my words.
I adore living in Hogsmeade. For a lark, I
Not a
sometimes
day
roll
goes
out the
by
Black
I wish I
Lake.
paid better
See if
attention
I
in
can
defense
spot the
against the
elusive
dark
giant
arts.
squid.
The world needs talented aurors now
I
more
wouldn't
than
trade
ever.
my one for all the chonking cabbage in China.
I saw the Hogwarts caretaker the other day.
That's
my heart good to see young Albie with
There's not many that
I
fear
didn't
me.
wish those shares I could be featured prominently rested in their place.
Family should
Yes,
stick to
already
boats and trains.
of course, but I do like to broom home when I can.
I wonder if they'll ever...
Don't know how that all
A full day's work clears the mind, I say.
Find the perfect one for each customer.
I overheard some students talking about Professor Ronan's teaching games. Sounded very clever. Charming man, Ronan. Wish I'd had him when I was at Hogwarts.
I was told that if you put in a good effort, you'll make the work it takes to keep a clean house.
We're staggering out of sorts.
The Hogwarts caretaker the other day in the Three Broomsticks. Gladwin Moon, I think his name is. Regaling
Is the new
everyone with
Universal
his
House
tale
really
he
so
was.
sinister?
I think he was captain of the Chutley Cannon.
The young today aren't willing to put in the work to learn magic. Too busy
That young
fizzing
Otto
whiskey,
Dibble
if
at
you ask
Gladwax
me.
does seem nervous.
Those of us who are
Helpful,
raised
mind you.
can pick up
The
after
valve still
ourselves.
hasn't quite
Don't
found
need
its
help.
When you find a good
How
opportunity,
muggles get by without magic? Almost makes me feel a bit guilty. Work hard and don't be afraid to fail. That is the path of a leader.
I don't know that
One
sense. I've taught my son in a never to raise his wand in anger. Unless, of course, he means to use it.
Galleons one
Yeah,
day.
but I don't have to work at it all. Next thing you know, it's unforgivable countries.
Ones with more than one house elf are rarely self-sufficient though, are they? The tales of Beetle the Bard still ring true today.
Oh, that's what the authorities are for, they say. Huh. Try finding one.
I prefer to do my own housework. I have a wand for
My
this.
children and
Did
my
you know
husband,
that
for that
Ethel
matter,
Ridley
know
only
not to
uses
press
fallen
me too
feathers?
much.
I should think a house elf doesn't work as hard as me.
When necessary.
And sometimes I have to wonder from what.
All types into the three
I
broomsticks.
dined in your
So
house,
rare to see
and I can say
goblins
that
and
the
wizards
experience
socializing.
was
I can feel like asking an elf to
you
pick
have
up
a
after
house
me.
elf in the kitchen.
If I had a quite
every
great
all I
copy
chased
for me
off.
before, then I'd take up herbology if it didn't involve so much dumb to look scared.
Did you know that Albie...
What I like about Jasper Trout is that he's shifty as a niffler, and you can tell him that to his face.
left her when she was away at school. Because she refused
I have to say, I
To reach out to the
admire
mothers for a
Sarah in
change.
the way she welcomes
Think
all
of the
types
good we
into the
can do.
three broomsticks.
It's so
Horrible goblins and
I hope
socializing together makes a nice change.
No worries about school or classes. There's a dignity in
With a
service,
perfect
isn't there?
one for each customer.
No need to worry about anyone ever activating the trace at my house. Can't get my children to lift a finger, let alone
Happiest
one.
day of my life is when my wife and
I imagine it's a bit of a comfort to have.
Practices of the dark arts should stick to fighting amongst themselves, if you ask me.
There's a dignity in
I can
service,
tell you
isn't
that.
there?
I wouldn't mind, but it's an awful road.
Anyone can run a shop if
How
they
will they ever
inherited it.
find that golden snitch and bother me more?
My father always taught me to keep my wand at the ready. I knew he was never the same after he was attacked by a werewolf.
I'd take up herbology if it didn't involve so much dumb.
We've got dark wizards these days that make everything evil look
We're witches and wizards. We can conjure almost anything we need while barely lifting a
My
finger.
opinion.
I've dined in your house, and I can say that the experience
I
has been
overheard some
much more
students
pleasant.
talking about
Have
Professor
you had
Rowan's
house
teaching
elf
games.
in the kitchen?
Sounded very clever.
Sounds
Charming man,
good.
Ronan. Wish I'd had him when I was at Hogwarts.
Work if you can get it.
Can't trust the young.
I do enjoy. I don't see why everyone has their fire, not about dark arts. It's pushing the boundaries of magic. My mother used to say I was lazy. I wouldn't pick up my toys, she said. Her own fault for teaching me accurate. It's a more unfavorable lot in life.
My father always taught me to keep my wand at the ready. I hear he was never the same.
Not saying you don't have the odd cleaning spell when no one's looking.
Thomas Brown is a remarkable writer. I was looking for self-publishable to find a book on werewolves. So that's why. And he found a copy for me before the next full moon. This needs a little scared.
Proper day work tonight. Is the new reversal hex really so sinister? Opportunity, it's wise to seize it with both
Far back as I can recall, everyone in my family has been clumsy as an ox. And my sister's children and my appearance doesn't leave the first come. I'm in well social.
Take one of those rickety
Diamond Annie's selection is impressive, of course. I prefer the convenience and safety of our high streets.
Of course, I've been making waters for centuries.
Heck, the other day.
I only use the new comfort of your career after birth. No one's about school classes. Any dignity in service. Nothing warms the body like incendio. That's what my mother used to say.
When I was a boy, I was moving away from today's young women.
That's my creed.
My two couldn't be more different. I didn't know better. I'd say one has been switched to birth. The herbology professor at Hogwarts charmed the scales of a dragon.
When you find a good opportunity, it's wise to seize it with a
Putting your power is good, honest work. But I should use the buttons.
Have any of you been buying other piece now lately? I would love to know what you want. I didn't have to take my big winning cart around the road.
Let's do the hard work first, and the easy bits take care of themselves.
Find myself scurrying over at night, raising his wand in anger, unless of course he needs to use it.
I grew up in children's long if I didn't have to take one of those carts around the road to keep my own down. It was hence the woodcraft.
I could never see my tongue was fun, but not when you just hang your head.
Being an officer of the law required me to repulse that is a pleasant job, I say. We shall hold it.
And that's what the teachers would say.
I'm getting a lot more trade from the Hogwarts students this year what is good. I honestly don't know how cheap herbology shops can cost that in language.
Rose they cook.
Well, you have seen that all the children
Not without reflection on the past.
House elves and wizard kinds of
was the greatest stewards in history. Astonishing, really. Apart from the cruise,
Pretty good. Tossing up to waffle back and forth. Suppose I do get to the
to keep me safe. At least I think so. Unicorn blood will keep you alive, certainly,
But at what
Any
cost?
family with more than one house elf should share, in my opinion.
A share of blackguards and rogues in the wizarding world, of course, but I'd say we're still more civilized than muggles any day. I do enjoy the magic neat. Never find much to buy until it gets down is simply charming.
My children are getting on my last nerve. Come to that?
Not a fan of dogs, I did myself.
I stand before
I try not to judge what others do in their own homes.
Diamond Alley selection is impressive, of
Slovenly
course,
another's family,
I
maybe.
prefer the convenience and safety of our high street.
Anything my daughter wanted. Spoiled to rotten she did. Had a bit of a rude awakening.
There's
her
not
first
many
days at
that fear
Hogwarts.
me.
No one catering to her every whim.
I do so enjoy the days when the children are back at Hogwarts. Gives the village a joyous
When I
burst
was
of
a
energy.
student at
Hogwarts could charm the scales of a dragon.
What a favourite flower is. Nothing warms a body like incendio. That's what my mother used to say.
I'd stand before
Diamond Alley selection is impressive, of course, but I prefer the convenience and safety.
If I thought I could completely stir
I know someone who grew up with 3 house elves. Never had to tie a shoelace or fill a jug in his life.
Then pour in it.
Fleeing?
I imagine it's a bit of a comfort to have your career laid out from birth. No one.
I know someone who grew up with 3 house elves. Never had to tie a shoelace or fill a jug in his life.
Hasn't been anyone as bad.
The friendliest establishment in our village is the Hog's Head Inn. No one putting on airs and graces over a pint of butterbeer. Not like they do at the Three Broomsticks.
Does make for an exciting Quidditch tournament.
I've taught my son never to raise his wand in anger.
But I told him to make sure he's looked for himself and not his magic.
Diamond Alley selection is impressive, of course. The tales of Beetle the Bard still ring true today since safety of our high street.
No witch
What
can
I like
resist
about
magic.
Jeff the Tramps is that he's shifty as a niffler, and you can tell him that to his face.
I can almost always spot a student
Enough
who's just come
reflection
from
on the
history of
past, in
magic.
my opinion.
It's as though
The world
Professor
learns from its
Beans drains
mistakes.
the life out of them.
Pushing a
when he's
plough is
droning
good,
monologues
honest
from
work.
goblin
But I
rebellion.
shall leave it to the muggles. Toadstool tales always made me wretch as a child.
Not a day goes by I don't do something that I was learning on.
Oh, hard work and good luck go hand in hand. And the odd charm or two.
Gardens each spring.
You'll be lovely to visit
I should be hearing back soon about the position that opened up at the ministry. I sent my letter of inquiry last Monday.
One thing's for certain.
We're glad to let it on about your children. We're grateful hamlets. Upper and Lower Hartsfield is the silliest thing I've ever seen.
Tales always made chores not so bad. I don't mind the odd one without magic.
We had assumed that all the children would be sorted into Hufflepuff.
If I had a knut for every crap horn I chased off.
Good thing the ministry found
Still,
underage
she has always been quite the
Can't
rude
trust the
girl.
young.
And she's quite a
Stop it.
My two couldn't be more different. If I didn't know better, I'd say one had been switched at birth. Like this year's Callans.
I think we're getting a lot more trade from the Hogwarts students this year, what with Quidditch being cancelled.
I'm not sure muggles
Poor
appreciate
children
how
had
little
nothing
their
else to
lives
do with
are.
their spare
I
time.
wonder back when I was
Ever activating the trace at my house. Can't get my children to lift a finger, let alone a wand.
Myself, I'm not comfortable being waited on by working on not working.
Could have sworn I saw one of the Hogwarts ghosts wandering near the graveyard the other day. Very strange.
Nobody snellings lately. Does wonders for one's image to have a stomach.
I question anyone teaching defense against dark arts. Why take such an interest?
Very nice, I know, there's a secret letter when she's away to stop. I can always spot a student who's just come from history of
I
magic.
try not to judge what others do in their own homes.
Drains the life out of them and is droning monologues on goblin rebellions.
I do enjoy the magic neat. Never find much to buy, but Timothy Teasdale is simply charming.
Like a live instead.
I should think a house elf doesn't work as hard as me. And sometimes I have to wonder from what.
Jeff the Tramp may not keep a tidy tavern, but he'll carry your secrets to the grave.
Being the boy is a bit too hairy for my taste.
Unicorn blood will keep you alive,
I
sir.
told him to make sure he's looked for
Working
himself
on not
and not his
working.
magic.
That young Otto Dibble at Gladrags does seem a nervous sort. Jeff the Tramp may not keep a tidy tavern, hasn't quite found his stride. Toadstool tales always made me wretch as a child.
They'll carry your secrets to the grave.
tarantulas have never had the chance to get where it is by sitting on his hand.
Unicorns will keep you alive, sir. Cotton Cold's charging, of course. But at Christmas...
Well, really? Washes over. Muddles is exhausting.
I've the fastest walk to this side of Dawn Strat.
You'll not cast successfully. I was told if you put in a good effort,
Always happened. If Mr. Pippin hadn't had freshly brewed cure for boils on her, I don't know what we would have done. That's insane.
That young Otto Dibble at Glagwags does seem a nervous sort. Helpful, maybe, but perhaps still hasn't quite found his stride. Hogsmeade does have power and characteristics. I'm simply saying that people with those guys still remain today.
Indispensable. I think I can feel it. Brilliant. And did you know they call models no badges in America?
If I had a Canucks rep, I'd dread the day models low at Wizard kind. They'll be asking for favours around the clock.
Thomas Brown is a marvellous builder. I was looking for impossible to find a book.
I would have said that I would want to have an idea of kept me from having to play the dog thing on the first and beach spring.
Scared?
Keep successfully on witches and wizards is not purity. It's love and healthy respect for magic.
The tales of Beetle the Brown still ring true today.
Just because you know Lumos doesn't
Model running makes no sense to me at all. Shit. It's not brilliant. It's good old-fashioned model.
The other day, getting a little white ball around around from those fields. Uncle thought seemed about as
Proper day's work, honestly. Christmas? Well, in my view, there's no one more beautiful.
I wish we could have to change Hogwarts at Hogwarts. But not my head, I don't care much as headmaster.
For all their faults, most models I've left in my present. Get so tired with the time of humble probably the religion.
I do enjoy the magic beat. Never find much to buy.
This hair is hardly for my taste.
I found it with more than one household to share, in my opinion.
I don't think anyone has any idea what they're doing.
Just because you know Lumos doesn't mean you can't get involved.
I'm not worried my neck is a sword. Sits there like a mountain from Bruce while all the original I'm constantly reminded to bring the mother to reference models with me. Not saying I'm right, of course.
The herbology professor is of that sentence, but there hasn't been a dragon in history worth losing a hair over. Doesn't mean you can't get involved.
Times a roll about the black lady. See if I can swap you with some giant squid. Have you had our house on the
How fell the wizard kind's dead, friend? Who has that been? A full day's work clears the mind, I say.
I question anyone teaching defense against dark arts. Why take such an interest?
When first employment was I can't remember the last time I spoke to him.
Reflection on the past, in my opinion. The world learns from much as they exhaust me. I'm a bit sad my last one's heading to Hogwarts soon.
Who needs keys when you know Alohomora?
Bromley Gaunt was the sort who'd flay her own mother.
Toadstool tales always made me wretched.
Is it distinct lack of tomes and scrolls and trying to... No idea where that man finds his I left Drag Race last week with 4 new hats when I only went in for 3.
I prefer to do my own housework. I have a wand, for goodness sake.
Love, I reckon.
Regaling everyone with his
I use my microtronas to keep me safe.
How is standing behind a till counting nuts and sickles considered work?
No need to worry about anyone ever activating the trace of my house.
Chatting to Thomas Brown, but I've never understood his fixation with all my Christmas carol whiskey, the minute gets him to go to the corner.
I adore living in Hogsmeade. For a lark, I sometimes row about the Black Lake. See if I can spot the elusive giant squid.
My children are getting on my last nerve of late. Conjure this, conjure that. That said, I'd stand before a grandpa for
Roman teaching games.
I was top of my class all through my years at Hogwarts. I was a student at Hogwarts. My favourite class was the student by tomes and scrolls. Kept having to tell my mother that it wasn't the same as the scholarship. She was very disappointed when I couldn't help her with her horoscope.
No need to worry about anyone ever activating the trace of my house. Can't get my children to lift a finger, let alone one favourable
keep my mind at the ready.
If anyone ever knew how to keep muggles out,
it was never the same.
it was him
was attacked by a
Herbology professor at Hogwarts with charm the scales of a dragon.
What good thing the minister. But they'll learn eventually. For years my mother conjured it.
Hogsmeade's always charming, of course, but at Christmas, well, in my view, there's nowhere more beautiful.
No one catering to her every
Did I
week.
see Otto Dibble from Gladrags looking smitten with Rosie Hill yet?
I had plenty of opportunity to pursue.
I always rely on microtronas to keep me safe.
I did say the champion captain from a chasing form.
Apart from those lucky enough to have a witch or wizard in the family, the Muggle world has never truly realised the
Have you seen this season's hats at Gladrags?
Does my heart good to see young Albie making a go of it and spinning?
I don't see why everyone has their points and not about the dark arts. It's pushing the boundaries of magic living in Hogsmeade. For a lark, I sometimes row keys where you know Alamora, spot the elusive giant squid.
I prefer to do my own housework. I have a wand.
Just saying it out loud tickles
What is about muggles would make them dependent upon house elves?
They were in the cellar, but you could still
But
see
no
them
need
with
for
her
sleeping
hair.
draft for me. Proper day's work. Baby moon calf.
It's terrible. To Whitney's castle. Probably worth it.
The Cruciatus curse.
I let the glass.
Still, she has always been quite a reader. And she's quite useful when there's a question.
I am certainly glad Sirona was there.
And that she isn't intimidated by thugs like Rookwood and Harlow.
I want to understand what's going on, and I hope you will tell me. But for the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley will certainly hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. I don't want her to worry.